Howdy, Michael here. Today I want to talk a little bit about a movie I saw recently, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I think like a lot of people, I really loved the Shrek movies growing up, especially Shrek 2, Shrek 1, both excellent, but after those first two, I think they fell off slightly. So when I saw the advertisements for Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, I wasn't particularly excited, but then online I saw everyone saying this movie was absolutely incredible, so I was intrigued. Now, I think animation, particularly in the West with 3D animation, has gone over this trend of the past, I say, 10, 15 years, where every film in this style has tried to get more and more realistic in the way they animate it, which isn't necessarily a problem, but I think this desire to trend towards realism in this inherently unrealistic medium has stripped a lot of modern animated films of the style and interest that I find when I watch 2D animation from 20 years back, or even modern 2D animation from places like Japan. And so I see the trailers and I watch the stuff and I see how, much like with Into the Spider-Verse, they're trying to explore on the 3D animated style. That's what I loved about the film. The way in which the animation not just served it in terms of this is an animated movie, so therefore it's going to be 3D animated. They made purposeful decisions with the animation style to tell the story. They used things like variable frame rates during action fight scenes, or with color, like with Puss having his life flash before his eyes with the stark red when he's faced by the actual fear of death from the bounty hunter. I think all of the decisions in this movie served the way in which they wanted to tell the story visually. And once I saw that, once I entered the movie and immediately noticed, oh, this animation style is interesting, and I can tell that every single decision they're making is for the story, I could focus on the characters and the overall story itself. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, like the title and like the series, is based on a wish, based on this wishing star that crashes onto the planet, and all of these people are each trying to go get the star to solve their problems to get their own wish. I think having the wish be the main driving force of the story is so smart because it helps physically embody this desire that each character has that is subconscious, and that in another story without this magical element would be harder to explain. It makes Puss, Kitty Softpaws, all these other characters have to work physically to solve their mental issues. And I think that's such a powerful story to share with kids and with people. The themes of being afraid of death, anxiety, depression, all of these things, and how a lot of the time these problems can be solved by seeking out help and by trying to solve issues that you have mentally or whatever by yourself. A lot of the times you make things worse. And when you actually open up and learn to trust people, learn to lean on others, and get out of your head and actually embrace those around you, you can solve your problems without the need of external influence. And I think that theme of love and trust and friendship are so powerful and so necessary today. It's a delightful story that tells us that we need to rely on those around us and need to be able to open up and be vulnerable and love other people. That makes me love the movie so much. Outside of the outstanding animation, style, and beauty of the music and characters, this theme of trust and love for others is something we need so much today in a world where a lot of the time the news is really dark and hard to consume. A story and movie that's so beautiful that you can share with anyone, I think, is just amazing. All of that to say, please watch Puss in Boots: The Last Wish if you haven't already. I know I'm the first person to ever make a video on this, but seriously, it is an amazing film, and I loved it, and I think you will love it. And those are my thoughts. Video 6, down. I'll see y'all next week.
when you only have one life. That's what makes it special.
The many miles we walk, the many things we learn.